Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I am still Blue Moony, fantasy writer and shy magical library in human skin. Hello, King Theseus. So lovely to see you today. Hello, hello. I hope you are well. Oh, goodness me, the weather has been very interesting here today. Yes, it began most sunny and pleasant, and then the weather did, well, I suppose in some opinions it would be improved, in other opinions it would have gone worse. But, yes, storms did roll around in the afternoon, and it stormed reasonably gently. Gentle storms for most of the afternoon. And then there seemed to be a lull, and then it hailed. And now, although the rain and hail has long stopped, it is exceptionally windy. So, yes, if there's any issues with stream connectivity, I suppose we can just assume that the power got knocked out. And, I may just have to stop if the power's not on. Oh my, indeed. Indeed, it has been most interesting, a very, 4 seasons in one day sort of day. That Crowded House song's actually written about Melbourne, where I do not live, but seems to apply to here as well. Oh dear, it's been a little rough today, but I'll hold up. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry it's been rough. It's never good. I'm glad you're holding up, but I hope you're getting all the rest you need, all the time to either think or empty your brain or whatever is most useful to you right now. I hope you're able to get that time for you. I really hope you are. Oh dear. Oh, another interesting fact for today is it was the small one's first day of kindergarten. And I think she went quite well. She seemed to enjoy herself, so feeling alright about that. I think I was entering panic mode last night because I thought I hadn't packed her a good enough lunch for her first day of kindy, but seems all is well. All is well, hopefully. The lunchbox came back almost completely empty, so it was fine, it seems. It was fine. Oh dear. But kindy is 3 full days a week, which seems an awful lot, but, I suppose things change. Things change over time, and I'm imagining, in general things are supposed to change for the better when it comes to education as we learn more and more about children and how they learn and what is best for them. So, I am loath to say I trust the system in most circumstances, but we will definitely see how things go. She seems happy in any case. Alrighty, so we are back to Banished, aren't we? So how about we turn this down and get the Banished music going? Well, I've never heard the term kindy before. Perhaps it's a very Australian term, I'm not sure. I did throw kindergarten in there too, just in case, but yes, it's always been kindy to me. And I think they actually call it kinder here, but it was always kindy for me growing up elsewhere. So long as we all understand each other, kinder, kindy, kindergarten. I'll probably keep calling it kindy, and the small one will start correcting me, saying, no, it's kinder. It's like, oh, okay, we'll go with that. You're right. Oh dear, let us open up New Isengard. I hope the game audio seems to be coming through, but if there's any difficulties, let me know. I like it easier to say. It is, kindergarten's a real mouthful of a word for kids in kindergarten. Kindy works, kinder works. Here we go. So, I'd like to try to build a trading post today, but I think we've still got a big church to finish, don't we? We've got a big church to start. Okay. And still poor Tie Lord's grave, very, very lonely in there. I imagine it'll start to fill up soon, if that's a good thing. Okay, so we're in early winter. Goodness me, stopping in early winter. A lot of German words are like that, I feel. Yes, I don't know many German words, but I know the basics of how some German words work. Isn't it just sort of pushing many, many words together to sort of build up one word with the meaning of all of them? Or, me phrasing that in a very unintelligent way, but the basic idea, maybe. Oh, dearie me. So, we're in winter. We have very good food stores. I'm thinking we, oh no, we've got lots of labourers. If we just throw, we just throw all of them on building and see how we go. How many students do we have? 3 students and only 4 kids. Get reproducing, guys. Come on. You're not going to last forever. At this rate, the town is going to be very small in a few years. Alrighty, let's unpause this thing. Okay. So, I probably want to get the woodcutter going too now that we've got so many houses. You never know when someone might get greedy and take everything. So, let's throw another woodcutter on. We'll keep our hunters and fisher folk and gatherers for now. It is a very full barn though, isn't it? Oh my goodness me, and this one's catching up. We're gonna need another barn. Maybe I'll just take the fisher folk and gatherers off now and just have them labouring for the winter. Maybe they'll even think to, I've marked all of these trees for demolition, haven't I? Thought I had. Oh, I haven't? But we have to demolish all the way down here. So we can build our trading post down here. Whoa, up please. Okay, so with almost everyone on building and or labouring, we've just got our 2 hunters, our herbalist going, our teacher, our woodcutter. Oh, I've still got a tailor going, but nothing to tail. Oh, dearie me. Another labourer. Still got the brewer going. Busy making the peach ale. Oh, wonderful. We have 62 barrels of stored ale. How delightful. Ah, dearie me. If someone could please pick up that basket of cabbages, that would please me. That would be nice. Oh, dearie me. Dearie. I stopped the blacksmith going, didn't I? As soon as we have a trading post going, I'll throw at least 200 tools in there, and then I'll get the blacksmith going again. Because they are the best thing to trade for what I want. I want seeds and I want livestock. Please. This would make me happy. Where are you all? Oh, goodness me, I'm getting into heckling early this evening, aren't I? Guys, there's 10 of you. What are you doing? Angelicity, Trey Maynard, come on guys. Charon, Ashimo, what are you all doing? Come on guys. I already prioritized this, didn't I? Shall I do it again, just in case? Build the church, please. Build the ding-dang-dong church so I can build a trading post for sheep or chickens or seeds. Any of the above would please me, and by extension also please you. Just look at your happiness. It is not perfect. We must have perfect happiness in this town. Ooh, which animal would you want? I would lean mostly towards sheep because you get the fleece, and once you hit capacity at the paddock, you start to get the meat as well. And I want the fleece so we can make the warmer coats, which, you know, are better for our people and also better to trade. Chickens are good because eggs and also meat once you hit capacity, so I'd be fairly happy with chickens, but I think I'd like sheep first. And, you know, seeds. Any seeds we don't have, I want. So we can have a lovely, lovely diversity of crops. I mean, I know I can buy, you know, veggies and fruit and stuff at the trading post, and if any pop up, I'll consider, because I can trade, you know, veggies and fruit that we have an overabundance of for ones that we don't have. So that can happen. But my eye is on the seeds and the livestock. Oh, dearie me. The good thing too is that you don't have to have pastures ready to go for the livestock. You can once the trading post is built, there's just a little pen attached to it that they stay in until you've got something going. I suppose, you know, technically speaking, you'd want at least 3 for genetic diversity. But I don't know how closely this game takes genetic diversity into account, so I normally just go with 2. And they always tend to breed after a while. If I could afford 3, I'd get 3. Chickens are cheaper, I suppose. Chickens would be easier if they showed up. Oh, dearie me, how are we going? You still haven't done any more clearing here. This is the priority. I've got this little house too, but you haven't done much there either. Are you all building the well? I probably prioritized the well earlier and forgot about it, but that's okay. As soon as you finish the well, build the church. But I'm starting to get slightly concerned as we've already moved on from early winter into winter. So, I'd like to finish building the church by the end of winter, if at all possible, so we can focus on the trading post next year. Oh, dearie me, that's not looking likely at this point, is it? Reserve of firewood is low. Someone stole all the firewood. I said this would happen. Was it you? No, you've only got 33. Someone. Huh? Why is it being upgraded? Did I click an upgrade button? Oh. Did I click an upgrade button? Oh well. Firewood thieves, indeed. Indeed. Oh no, I accidentally kicked them out. Whoops. I don't know what's going on. I clicked something and I was stupid. Ah, dear. Well, you guys just move back in or something? I'm so sorry, Roderick. Oh, dear. Please move back in. They moved back in. Okay. Okay, that was an accident. That was an accident. You finished the well yet? Not quite. Guy, woodcutter. How you doing? Murray, how you doing, Murray? Dearie me. Well, at least all the houses seem to have firewood there. So, with any luck, no one will freeze this winter. Just trying to get on top of things. Because I'm never on top of things. What's going on over here? Handle. Busy labouring over here, I see. But... oh, I suppose I've removed a few of the trees. I'll stop heckling for a little while. Still in winter. There's still an awful lot in the inventory in the boarding house they haven't cleared out yet. Yeah, I suppose I only just built this house at the end of last session, didn't I? So pretty soon all that stuff will come out. Ah, there we go. Going down a little bit. Just having the gatherers and the fishermen off for a little while. We should be fine so far as food goes. There's plenty there. Danny has become an adult and is working as a labourer. Welcome, Danny. We are so happy to have you joining our little workforce here, which has now risen to 23 adults. Hooray. We have just one student. Oh, I missed a child being born. Hello. Kalea. That's a nice name. And Herodin also became an adult and is working as a labourer. Sorry, Herodin, I was a little distracted during early winter. Just a little distracted. Oh, did you get the school built? Indeed, the school was the very first structure I built. It has been long-standing and serving the town well all this time. Not a single child missed out on an education. Normally when I play this, at least one kid misses out because I'm just a little slow with the school, but everyone got their education, so that's nice. The well is complete. All ready to be a water source in case something catches fire. Which I know can happen, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it. We love an educated populace. Indeed. Indeed. In this game, at least, the educated all do their job better. Which is helpful. Very helpful. Well, that sounds great. Yes. Yes. Fire is a thing. I know tornadoes are a thing, and I think I've seen them ripping through the landscape near my towns, but not actually making landfall. Crop plagues are a thing. Human plagues are a thing. I'm guessing earthquakes are probably a thing. I haven't looked up what all the disasters are. How are we doing? Where are my builders? Guys, it's late winter. Guys. Oh goodness me, it's late winter and the snow's already melting. Guys. The church. Do you not want the church? I was promised the church would make you happy. Your, what's the term? Omniscient, strange god person would very much like you to build the church and be happier. Look, we want the average happiness to be 5 full stars, not 4.5. Storage for log stones and iron is near capacity. Oh, no it's not. Look, there's a whole other one. It's completely empty. Is there a reason you're not putting anything in this stockpile? Wonder if it's weirdly invisible to them or something. This is odd. Guys, it's right here. Inventory. Oh, but if they said it's near capacity, they can't see this somehow, so that maybe there's some sort of error. Okay, should I clear it and build a new one? It shouldn't be a problem given. Okay, so let's just try again. See if this helps. Maybe they'll be able to see it now. Oh, dearie me. Come on, guys. I'd like a bit more building done before spring, but I suppose... Oh, we can bring that down now, actually. So, shouldn't really be a problem. I'll still wait till early spring, so we can make sure all the farming positions are filled first before filling out anything else. Oh dear, getting a bit low on fish, but plenty of fish over here. We're fine. Oh dear. Is it just too cold for them? I don't know. Maybe. It's got the Current weather and temperature. It's in Fahrenheit, so this means very little to me. Does anyone know how to convert 37 Fahrenheit to Celsius? No, that's pretty cold, isn't it? I'm probably sounding ridiculously ignorant right now. 37, 38 Fahrenheit. Pretty cold, I imagine. Oh dear, but everyone's got their houses with the firewood. If anyone's really, really cold, it pops up here as someone is cold. And yes, in winter, if someone doesn't have a place to call their home, and they're out in the cold all the time, that can lead to freezing to death. Around 3 Celsius. Very cold. Very cold. Thank you for telling me. Oh dear. Yes, quite cold. Oh, it's raining. That's nice. Okay, so we had cabbages last time, which means it's time for corn. Corn is fabulous. Work. Work. Let's get our farmers going. I feel like I should be getting more fields and bigger. Maybe I should have both a corn and a cabbage field going at the same time. Well, 32 is freezing in Fahrenheit. 32 is freezing. Okay. I'll do my best to remember that. It'll probably serve me well at one point to know that. Let's just get more gatherers and fishermen going, just to make sure. Well, actually, let's just have one of each, because we do have plenty of food right now. I think I want to keep my laborers going to hopefully clear this way a bit more. And I know we don't have to clear all of it before we pop the trading post in, but yeah. Sorry, I'm just sitting here staring at the trees marked for felling. Excuse me. Up we go, up we go. Are you a builder? No, you're a farmer. What are you doing down here if you're a farmer, friend? Farm's up that way. Ah, dearie me. Dear, those trees picked up quickly, didn't they? Very pretty. The town's actually looking reasonably lively, isn't it? There's what's our population now? 23. I'm going to count on my fingers, I'm sorry. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Well, for me that's fairly bustling, given I generally don't play for very long for each game, because I just like starting the games so much. I'm just not so good at continuing them. Oh, good thing we've caught up a bit on firewood, but I'll keep our woodcutter going until we've hit, is it 200 that I've got for the fuel limit? Yeah. I'll increase it more once the population is a little larger. Need to head to bed. Really busy day tomorrow. Good night, Blue. Good night, King Perseus. 'Twas lovely to see you. I hope you sleep very, very well. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, here we go. How are they? Oh, look. Lots more clearing done on the church area. It would have been nice if you could have got it done during winter. You had all of winter to build the church. So now you're going to spend all of this year building it, aren't you? And we're not going to get to the trading post till next year. Ah, dearie me. Oh no, the yawns are starting early, I'm sorry. I was up quite early to make sure the small one was all ready for kindy, and to make sure I was all ready for her to go to kindy. Oh dear. Can we build the path a bit further that way to the entrance? Nope, that will be where church is. Church will be there. But we have other entrances on the path, so that's fine. I'll probably wind up building a path all around it. But not right now, because if I lay any more paths, the builders will get distracted and build the paths instead of the church. Sorry, gazing off into the distance for a moment. How goes the corn? There is not a single corn sprout yet. Is anyone farming here? It'd probably help if you picked up that basket of cabbages, you know. Guys, where are you? Where are they? Are they not farming because they can't with the cabbages there or something? Are we just not going to get any corn crop this year because no one can be bothered picking up the cabbages? Well, that would be sad and a ridiculous reason to have no corn harvest. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dear. Where are my corn farmers? You're a herbalist. Okay, Britt. Where are my corn farmers? Where are my peach farmers? Where are any of my farmers? Why are you picking up resources? You're supposed to be farming. You should just... Oh, no. Citizens without jobs. Okay, fine. It doesn't actually look like any farming is happening. And did I just get completely lost? Where is my town? There you are. Just not used to looking at it from this angle. I wonder why they couldn't see this. I wonder if there's anything weird going on with our save file or something. And they couldn't see that. And now no one appears to be farming, even though they are farmers. Oh dear. Oh dear. We should still have enough stored food to get by, but I might just try this if I can. Let's demolish the field and replace it with a new one. That was the wrong button. This one. Okay, let's see if this helps. I've got no idea if it will or not. And they have to go and remove the cabbages. Someone remove the cabbages. Still doesn't explain why no one is working on the trees. I'm going to have to prioritize this, aren't I? If anyone will pay attention to it. This may have been a silly thing to do, but I just wanted to see if it helped, I guess. Somehow, I doubt it. Oh, we're out of peaches. Sorry, brewer. Let's just chuck everyone up here. See if this does anything to help. Guys, field. You're a herbalist. I keep clicking on the herbalists. Oh, you're the herbalist again. Where are the builders? Everyone's just picking up resources. Or getting something to eat, picking up resources, getting something to eat. Working. Well, I'm glad someone is. Oh, dearie me. Guys. Oh, field's ready to go. Corn. And work. No, work. Okay. Please. Please farm. Oh, well, at least someone's working on the peach orchard now. That's something, I guess. Builder. Guys. Where are you? Farmer. You're finding clothing. Okay, that's okay. Find some fresh clothing. Your clothes are ragged. Now, you're gonna farm? You're gonna farm? You're gonna farm? You're gonna farm? Are you gonna farm? Are you a child? Who are you? Elsie is a child. I do not expect you to farm. Please farm. Are you farming? Yes, finally. Farming is happening. Are you stopping straight away? You're gathering food. Okay. 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 Ooh, we've got a few more hides. You can make some more coats. Taylor, go. Peaches are doing well. Just a few more things left to clear. Then you can start building. You're going to have to collect some more iron, aren't you? Oh, that shouldn't be too hard. I'm pretty sure I've marked plenty of iron for the taking. Did I mark? That's all there already. Plenty of iron for the taking. Ooh, deer. Is someone going to hunt them? I might move up the hunters up to 3. Where are you going? To collect iron, maybe? Is that what you're doing? Oh, look. Iron. Get this trio, this troop, all coming out to collect iron. Or is that stone? I think it's stone. Yeah. We need iron too, guys. Oh dear. In fact, we need iron more than stone. Can you maybe check the resources list, see what we're lacking and maybe get that first? That would be useful. Oh dearie me. Another season and still haven't removed everything for the church chapel. Whatever we are calling it. So, after the church, the trading post. After the trading post, toss up between hospital and town centre. Oh, I'm starting to get concerned that, you know, this game is gonna, what's the term? Chuck a curveball at me or something and start a plague sooner rather than later. So, I'm wondering if a hospital will probably be a smarter thing to build. Maybe around here. Oh, where could the town centre go? I suppose there's always an option to once finished farming, to clear this area and plot the town centre right there, and move all the fields and stuff down this way, heading towards the trading post. I mean, it's a little hilly, but if we space them right, that might work. Ah, dearie me. Whoa, sorry. Head started spinning for no reason whatsoever. The corn! She grows. As a matter of fact, I did consume corn today. I did. Sadly, it did not taste as good as I would have liked. I'm thinking maybe it wasn't quite ready for consumption yet. It came from the garden. Took it from the garden and cooked it the way I normally do, but it didn't, or mine at least, didn't turn out quite right. I hope the small ones tasted a bit better. No, even smothered in butter and salt, it didn't taste brilliant. It was just weirdly mushy and very, very slightly bitter. I guess there was something weird going on with it, but it has not made me iller than I already am, so I'm guessing it was nothing too bad. Just didn't taste as good as corn should taste. You know, possibly also I just did something weird with the cooking, but I'm sure I did what I normally do. How is that chapel going? Oh, everything's cleared. It's a good start. Now we just got to start collecting all those resources. 50 logs, 130 stone, 30 iron. Which means my labourers, my guys, you need to go collect some iron. Okay, Taylor is done. And the woodcutter is hit. It's hit stored firewood limit. So, more labourers now, so get some iron, guys. That's mostly stone up here, but there's iron too. Should mark that as well. There we go, and look, there's more iron over here. Get the iron, please, folks. That will be nice. Ah, dear, why are you building the house? I told you to focus on the church. Oh well, at least it's getting done quickly. Except I don't know if there's any families ready to move in, if there's any young couples good to go. Oh well, we'll find out. If there's not, someone will leave their spouse and move in alone or take the child with them. We will see. Who are you? Saloma. Hello. So. Did you just become a farmer? Yes, you did. There's Jean. Let's just follow Jean around for a while. Walking on the pleasant paths. You are not headed towards a building site, Jean, in case you didn't notice. You just walked through a brick, not a brick, you just walked through a stone wall. You just walked through a stone wall. You're idling? Comes to the graveyard to idle in the rain. You are an interesting character, Jean. Now you're working. Okay, finished idling in the graveyard in the rain. Now off to work. Let's just stick with you. Wonder if Jean is feeling watched. And again, Jean, straight through a wall. What's even the point of building walls if you're just going to walk straight through them? Who moved in here? Oh. Okay, Jean's in here now with Kate Lynette, so Ashimo's on his own now. Poor Ashimo. Oh well. I thought Jean and Ashimo were together. Maybe they were just roommates. As in actually just roommates. Oh dear. And peaches are doing well. I'll keep that little one, but possibly I should build a bigger orchard. Don't want to cut any of those trees down because it might affect the herbalist's work. Ah, dearie me. Come on, guys. The church. We've been waiting for a very long time now. That's all winter, all spring. You've still only just cleared all the trees and stone in the way. I suppose you've brought 9 logs in, that's a start, but where are you, my builders? Angelicity, hello, picking up resources. Okay, that's useful. Ashimo, picking up resources. Where are you? Harridan, picking up resources, and Cleonidad, picking up resources. Okay, they seem to be starting to get a move on. They actually seem keener now to get the chapel built. So that's good. Oh dear, come on guys, I really want to build a trading post. Many labourers. Might just pop one more gatherer and fisherman on, because we are starting to... Our stored food is starting to go down. But we'll hopefully have a reasonable crop of corn. I get a little bit nervous when we don't start the crop right at the beginning of spring, because the frosts have an unfortunate habit of coming early and wiping out our crops before it's harvested, which is not fun. We do not like our crops getting destroyed. That is the opposite of what we want for our crops. Oh, dearie me. Oh, I'm so sorry, yawning everywhere. So sorry. Oops. Well, I've got all the logs there now, so now they're working on the stone. I suppose after all the stone is in, they will realise we are short on iron, and then, only then, will they start to actually mine all the iron that is marked for mining. Have they collected any more peaches yet, or is it only once? Only once the harvest is... I used to wonder whether they started sort of harvesting as soon as there was good stuff available, but I think there is only one harvest sort of thing. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I hope I'm not getting anyone sleepy who needs a little bit more wakefulness than sleepiness. 30% yield, not bad. 57, very nice. Lots of traffic on the bridge and path over here, isn't there? Okay, working on the stone. There's plenty there for you. It's the iron you've got to worry about, because we've used so much iron for all of our tools, but still plenty lying around. You do not look tall enough to... Yes, just 6. Not quite tall enough to be there building the chapel. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Why didn't someone move in with poor Ashimo? Is there anyone? No, it doesn't look like there's many single women. I suppose Teen and Tor could move in with him if they were so inclined. Yeah, they seem to be the... Well, there's Henriette, I guess. But not interested, it seems, which is fair. Doesn't have to be interested. But I wonder if I boot him out briefly, if someone will move in with him. Should we try it? Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Sorry, Ashimo, just for science. Okay, he's in here now. Rowan's and Muri. Where's Ashimo gone? Ashimo. Ashimo. Oh, you're in here, aren't you? No? Where's Ashimo? Ashimo moved back in with Teen and Tor. Okay, that makes sense. Because I'm pretty sure Ashimo was part of the odd harem that was in this house with Teen. It was Teen and Jean and Ashimo and one other who I can't remember. Dearie me. Sorry. Keep apologizing, but yes, it's just Still tired, still don't feel great. I'm sure there will come a time when I stop complaining on stream, because it's not really a great thing to do. But again, I think it's... I don't really know how much it benefits anyone to hide how you're really feeling. I mean, I know we are here to entertain and try to help brighten people's days, but you know, I've got a feeling that a lot of the time, if you're putting on a smile and there's nothing behind it, I think people can tell a lot of the time. Ah, it's a lovely crop of corn going here. Peaches too, very nice, very nice. I'm just gonna save. You Isengard, save. Yes, please. And I'm just going to duck away very quickly. I will be right back. See, I shall put on the background music. Yay, lovely background music. And I will be right back, sorry. I am back. Hello. Thank you so very much for waiting for me. Let's keep this town a-thriving. Come on, guys. Please build the chapel. I really wanted to get to the trading post this time around. Also, has there been any clearing done this way? Unsure. But again, we don't really need to clear everything here to just get the trading post done and ready to go. Oh dear, way in. A way out. Is everyone else just idling in the graveyard the way Jean was? No, we here to work? Bringing stone? Oh no, collecting stone maybe. What about you? Farmer. What are you doing over here if you're a farmer, Caitlinette? Oh dear. Look at all that lovely corn. Oh dear. Okay, it's not an emergency to build a new barn yet, but probably will have to soon. When I do, I probably want to build it down here somewhere, given I'm probably going to build fields and pastures and stuff on either side of the little river here. Wonder if I should mark all of this stuff for demolition yet. No hurry, I suppose. No hurry. We're still doing alright for food. Just, come on guys. Build. Build the dang chapel. Where are you guys? I keep trying to cite Angelicity. Why am I not surprised? How far have you ventured to get resources when I'm pretty sure you could be collecting some resources from a little closer than here? I know I've marked things further out, but you kind of collected all the iron nearer than here, could you? Yeah. I wonder how much longer it'll take for me to get antsy enough to start picking up the speed. I've managed well enough so far. I still haven't increased the speed. Speed up the simulation. I have not increased the simulation speed at all yet, but and how long these guys are taking to build. Yes, I'm starting to get antsy here. Hello? Oh, I did see a person behind those trees. It was Brett. Hello, Brett. Busy herbalizing, I see. Many, many herbs. We do have many, many herbs. Herbs also aren't so bad for trading, but again, I don't think you can trade them for the seeds and the livestock, which is what I want. Ooh, we've got some skins. Taylor, have at it. Oh dear. Late summer. Normally the way I like it is that we start our fields and orchards early enough that, we start harvesting by late summer, just to do our best to avoid potential early frosts, but we should still be alright. If we're heading into mid-autumn and they haven't started the harvest yet, I'll start it, but let's just see how things go for now. Oh dear, are there any more? Oh, Adrix probably wants his own house at one point. Is there anyone he can move in with? Henrat, possibly Carmine. There's also Handel, who does not look like we'll have any suitors, sadly, until some others grow up, which, yeah, I'm not a fan of the massive age gaps that sometimes happen in this game. But, yes, after the chapel's built, perhaps I should build one more house before doing the trading post. I mean, we've still got more than enough food and firewood to go around, so might be a kindness on some parents to let their antsy adult children get out of the house. I suppose there is always the boarding house, but no one seems to move back in there unless they have absolutely no choice, which I don't understand. It looks like a very large, very comfortable place to live. Have they cleared out all the inventory yet? Not yet. Come on guys, free food. You should clear it out. Somehow it hasn't rotted yet. You should take advantage of that. Ah, oh, dearie me. Where are we going? Getting there. As are the peaches. I really should have built a bigger orchard from the beginning, shouldn't I? But I guess I just... I suppose it doesn't really matter. It would have... No matter how big I would have built it, it would have all sort of started being harvestable at the same time, wouldn't it? It wouldn't have taken longer to ripen. Yeah, I definitely should have started with a bigger orchard. Oh well, that's okay. That's okay. The harvest has begun. And here? Not yet. How's the church? How long does it take to carry 130 units of stone to a building site? How long, people? Because you've been working on this since the beginning of last winter. And I've got all 4 recommended builders going. And you haven't even started on the iron yet. But I suppose we're almost at the 26 stored units of iron, so shouldn't take too long once we reach there. Oh, Elsie has become a student, Tor has become a student, and a child named Erlington was born. Goodness me, who chose that name? Jean and Kate Lynette. Erlington. Oh, dearie me. If you started, as soon as they start collecting peaches, I may just hit the brewer going. Come on, guys. Start the harvest. I know there's no peaches yet, but they'll be there in a minute, just calm down. Okay, go back to laboring. Wait for them to collect a few peaches. Have you collected a few peaches? 60 units of peach. There we go. Okay. Hopefully by the end of the winter, we will finally have the chapel, and I will finally be able to wander down here and build our long-promised trading post, because I really want the trading post. I want sheep. I want seeds, but I want sheep. I want chickens, but I want sheep. Please, sheep. Ooh, Carmaine has become an adult and is working as a labourer. Welcome, Carmaine, to the workforce. I am sure your education has appropriately prepared you to take any job and change at a moment's notice, because that seems to be what happens here. I still think it would be kind of interesting if either for students, if you could steer students towards specializing in a particular job, or if, you know, they work more in a particular job, they get better at that particular job and therefore do that particular job when it pops up. That would be cool. I do not think it's a part of this game. That's almost sounding a bit Simish, isn't it? But a few more Simlish characteristics would probably be welcome. I think so. Oh no, is that another yawn coming? Oh, excuse me. Oh dear, yes. Blue is a bit tired. Oh no, we have run out of skins. Taylor, go back to labouring, please. Early autumn. Okay, still plenty of time. Plenty of time to harvest before potential early frosts. I'm not sure if the frost can come as early as mid-autumn, but definitely late autumn, so I am wary of this. Although, you know, if we lost half the crop, it would be disappointing, but we are far from starving. In fact, we are so far from starving, we're going to need a new barn very soon. We should probably think about popping a barn over here, maybe, just so it's maybe quicker for the hunters and gatherers to pop stuff there. We don't have any trees right here anyway, so maybe our next barn we should build over here. The reserve of iron is low. You don't say! We're building a chapel. It requires 30 units of iron. We have 10 currently here. Storage to produce goods is near capacity. Okay. Don't panic. Let's just take the gatherers and fishermen off for now. Keep the hunters going because I like to, I like to make coats, so as many skins as possible. I suppose if I had more houses, they would take a bunch of the stuff, but not ready yet. Must build chapel. How close to capacity? 100% full. 92% full. Okay, that's not too bad. We've still got a little room to play with. Is that where all the... Why are you putting all the peaches in there? Well, the peaches will be cleared out fairly quickly by our brewer. So hopefully that won't be too big of a deal. I am just going to ignore this problem for now, because I don't want to build another barn yet. I want the chapel built, and I want to build a trading post. I'm probably going to have to build another barn for the trading post, aren't I? Though building the trading post will take a lot of stuff out of storage, so it wouldn't be too ridiculous an idea to just build the dang trading post. Oh dear, I wonder how much iron that's going to take. We really should build a town centre as well. We've got so much food. We can welcome refugees. Town centre or trading post first? I really want the trading post, because you never know when someone's going to come by on their cute little boats as well. So you want to be ready for it. Oh dear. Guys, if you just built the dang chapel last year like you were supposed to. I hope you're out gathering iron, picking up resources, picking up resources, picking up resources. I'm assuming you're getting iron, so no heckling right now. No heckling right now. Okay, well, a child named Rethany was born. Rethany. To whom was Rethany born? Not Cleon and Angelicity. Not Jean and Kate Lynette, because you just have Erlington. Storage to produce goods is near capacity. Okay, okay. Not just near capacity, is at capacity. Okay. Okay, so what can I do here? What can I do here? This is what happens when you ignore problems. Well, you guys could just, you know, take more stuff and put it in your homes. Why don't you collect more food? Okay. Well, a quick thing we can do. I said quick. Let's build another house. And they will get some stuff with which to eat. And I'll throw the barn down here. Storage barn. Maybe right here? Don't think we'd have to clear anything to build it there, would we? Doesn't look like it, but yeah, we're fine. Okay, let's get these builders going nuts. So imagine everything else will just sort of sit on the ground until there's somewhere to store it. We will see what happens. And with any luck, the brewer will keep collecting those peaches. Oh dear, maybe we will just have to... Oh no, if we've got another barn, we won't have to skip a year of fields. Where is Rethany? There is Rethany. Rowans and Muri had Rethany. Dear. Yep, just so many baskets of corn sitting on the ground because there's nowhere to put them. Come on, my builders, go for it. Build all the things. Because we don't need any iron for this. Or this, so that is something. Oh yes. No one currently gathering or fishing to save on postage. To save on space. Oh goodness me, you are building this house quickly. So who's going to move in? Probably Henriette. And there was a young gentleman ready to... Adric? Adric and Henriette. Probably Adric and Henriette. We will see what happens. Suddenly you guys do want to build. Why is the chapel taking so dang long? Can you tell me this? What is taking the chapel so long? Whoop. Well, field's cleared anyway. Down, 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 down. How are we doing? Oh, still some peaches there, so you can keep working there. Yeah, just stay labouring for now. Yeah. Oh dear, I still haven't cracked yet. I haven't sped up time, but who knows how long I'm gonna last. I wanted to go on normal speed for as long as possible. And I suppose we are now in the fourth Banished session, so not holding out too badly. I just wish they would build faster. Please build faster. And please brew faster. A lot of peaches there. I suppose when they brew as well, they create ale, and that takes up space. I forgot that part. So maybe brewer? Who's my brewer? Brewer! Oh no, I got rid of my my jobs thing. There we go. Where's my brewer? Rowans, please ignore my last minute or so of heckling. It was unfounded. Completely unfounded. You're doing a wonderful job. It feels weird that so many people are walking among these deer and not attempting to hunt them. And poor Tylord, still alone in the cemetery. For anyone who doesn't know, Tylord was massacred by a wild boar in the... what's the term? Not in the name of duty. What is it? In the something of duty. My mind is not bringing the correct word. My mind is not producing the correct word. The line of duty. I remembered a word. Tylord, killed in the line of duty, was hunter, got savaged by wild boar. And somehow no one else has died yet. We're going to start getting some old age deaths soon, I'm sure. But I think our eldest are still just in their 50s. It's in the 60s where they do start to drop, generally. Although health levels are quite high here, so maybe they'll last longer. Maybe they'll last longer. We will see. Come on, still a few more peaches. Hopefully the chapel won't be much longer. Looks like the house is almost done. Who's that? Caitlin-nette, hello. Let's just watch the house be built and see who moves in straight away. I still think it's going to be Adric and Henriette, is it? Yeah, Henriette and Adric seem to be the... Yes, there doesn't seem to be much courting involved. It's just whoever is next available gets shoved together. Oh, hello. Adric and Henriette. There we go. Ah dear, so they had better go and grab some inventory, which will clear out some room and hopefully make some space for all these baskets of corn. And it's got all its logs already. We're going to have to do some serious tree felling soon, aren't we? We're not going to have anything to build the trading post with. Oh dear, well, I suppose there's an awful lot of trees to cut on the way to the trading post. But I'm going to see if I can pop it somewhere down here if I can. Well, storage to produce goods is near capacity. I thought it was at capacity. I thought we could not store anything else. Oh no, it's gone down a bit. Was that just from these guys? Huh? Oh, there's Henret bringing a bunch of food in. That's good. Don't forget your firewood before anyone gets greedy. Oh, down we go. I feel bad just having everyone as labourers, but we are going to need all those trees lopped and all that iron mound. So you got plenty there now? Well, not plenty. You actually didn't take very much, did you? I suppose we appreciate not being greedy, but still. I want to make sure you're well fed because you cannot always trust others to not be greedy. Yeah, because sometimes they take hundreds of units of something. Some households do. No one seems too bad at the moment, but that might just be because they took an awful lot to begin with and they're just slowly working through it. Look at that chapel. Almost there. And it only took an entire year, which is in fact closer to 5 or so years, because I'm pretty sure our people age 5 years in 1 year, which is interesting, but I'm not going to argue with how this world works. Almost there. We shall be here watching as the chapel is finally completed. And we will make someone the cleric straight away. And whoever is the cleric will just hang around the chapel all day. I know storage for produced goods is near capacity. Honestly, I do. Almost there. 98. Come on, guys. You can do it. You can do it. Is anyone going to come and help him finish? Oh no, he's wandering off now. Who's going to finish it? Jean, is it going to be you? Oh, no. Angelicity. And Jean. Oh, and Herodin. You all suddenly show up when there's just 1% left to build. And we have a chapel. And a cleric. Who's our cleric? Henret. Henret is our cleric. Hello, Henret. So, storage barn. As soon as we get the storage barn built, we'll get our gatherers and fisher folk hard at work again. Where are our builders? Madeline, Miss Sondra, Teen, and Handel. Ah dear, here we go. Build the barn, my friends. You need somewhere to store your corn, because corn is nice. And you've got an awful lot of it just sitting around on the field. Ah dear. I'm sorry, I should really have a yawn counter going, shouldn't I? This is getting a little silly, but that's okay, that's okay. Guys, storage barn, I'm getting really antsy for the trading post. I'll at least lay it down, even though we're going to have nowhere near the resources. But it's a good thing we have a lot of labourers. Because even once we reassign a bunch, there should still be plenty to fell the trees required to build our long-awaited trading post. Oh, look at us raising that barn. Gotta raise barns. Oh, sorry. Definitely should have a yawn counter going. Suppose it serves Blue right for streaming so late at night, but there remains no alternative time, really. Which is sad, but, you know, we work with what we have. We work with what we have. who knows what'll happen in the future anyway. Maybe I'll one time start finding situations where streaming during the day is possible for me, but at the present, it is these late hours for me and the ridiculously early hours for lovely people in the US. Hello, you Yoshi. So lovely to see you. So lovely to see you. I hope you are enjoying being banished with me. And we raised the barn. Hooray. Now, is anyone going to pick up that corn? Is anyone going to pick up the corn? Why is no one immediately picking up the corn and putting it away? It could be a hindrance in the spring. Because last year, remember, I had to rebuild the whole dang field because no one would farm the field, because no one would pick up the last basket of cabbages. It was a little ridiculous. It definitely gives me something to listen to while I work in space engineers. Ooh, space engineering. That sounds remarkably intelligent. It is therefore no wonder Blue does not partake in any space engineering. I am glad it is something nice for you to listen to. I am. I will try to keep my heckling of my little people to a minimum. Let's keep it pleasant. Only the occasional disgruntled heckle will make it through. This I intend to swear, but who knows how long I'll actually be able to hold for it. Put something in the barn! Not very long, it seems. I'm not smart, just autistic enough to hyperfocus building ships. Ooh, hyperfocus can be a useful thing, but it can also lead to serious dehydration. I hope you are staying hydrated. And I'm sure you are quite intelligent. If not ridiculously, you may be ridiculously intelligent. I mean, a lot of people who are intelligent tend to undersell themselves through either humility or embarrassment or wanting to fit in, maybe. But I think humility is a good thing, or being humble about what you can do. But I think it's also graceful to sort of own your skills, own what you have, and also be open about what you don't have, I suppose. Honesty feels good. I'm not saying you're not being honest at all. I'm not saying that. Just trailing off into random thoughts. Please keep in mind I'm tired. I hope you're enjoying building your ships in any case. Ah, dearie me. Please pick up the corn. Please pick up the corn. Oh dear, I haven't checked in on our fisher... because we have no fisher people currently, that's why. Well, no need for any builders when we're not currently building anything. Let's just toss everyone on briefly. See if we can fill up the... well, not fill up the barn, but... Is that a coat just hanging in midair? I think it is. Because there was no room in the barn. Therefore, coat hangs in midair. Ah, dearie me. Yeah, I'm just doing the busy work while I wait for friends to join. Right now we landed on a moon and I'm setting up basic infrastructure. A very vital task. Very useful. I'm sure it's appreciated. Laying groundwork. Sometimes overlooked, I think, but nothing can get done without the groundwork. So I'm sure there will be much appreciation. I suppose it's also good laying... Why am I paused? Also good laying groundwork because you get the saying where everything goes. It's almost like town planning as well. Town planning is actually pretty interesting. Maybe I should have looked into it more. Perhaps if I had looked into town planning more, my town would be slightly more, what's the term, productive? Or at least maybe people would be more willing to build if I arranged the town in a way that was more pleasing. Goodness me, that is just a wall of red text, isn't it? I suppose it's a good thing that I'm not not panicking at that wall of red text. I generally don't react very well to red text. Oh well, I suppose it just got to the point. I know we're near capacity. I know. I'm trying to do something about it. Oh, dearie me. And there is still nothing in the barn. But I think a few baskets of corn have been picked up, perhaps. I tried playing this game. I've quickly learned that I'm not good at all with city builders. For some reason, people don't like living in grid cities. Oh. Well, I suppose grid cities are very, very functional. I suppose if we split them all up with, if we could keep squares of forest and stuff around the place as well, maybe would they enjoy that more? I'm not sure. I suppose all the fields and orchards and such would be scattered around in the grids as well. No, I'm not nearly in the grid city mind. I just throw everything down in the beginning, la 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 la, and then regret my lack of organization later. Oh dear, maybe I should try that next time. Something slightly more organized from the beginning. It's difficult to plan everything ahead. I can never remember the size of everything, and I forget to check. And I'm definitely not going to plan it out in advance. Who are you? You're Cleonidad, and you're working apparently. You seem to be standing very still outside the chapel. Does this count as working? Cleonidad. Cleonidad. Oh, you're the cleric now. Okay, yes, maybe that counts as working. I thought, who was it? I thought Henriette was still the cleric. I didn't realize the torch had been passed so soon. Who are you? Angelicity. Of course it's Angelicity. Pretty sure 90% of the time when I click on a random worker, it's Angelicity. I like to think the lack of organization makes it more human-looking build, if that makes sense. I see this, but, functionality is useful as well. Oh, I suppose, in my main magical project, the novel I'm attempting to write right now, the main city setting in that, a lot of it is pretty random, but they've been spending the last 30-40 years trying to turn it into a full-on green city. And so that's not only, air purifiers and rooftop gardens, it's also, reclaiming a lot of the older areas and demolishing it and turning them back into forests and fields and stuff. So it pretty much is turning into an urban city, just completely patchworked. That makes more sense. Patchworked with nature. So I hope I'm bringing that out strongly enough in the story. I mean, I'm only in book 1, so there'll be a lot of chances later on too. But I do like that about this city. It also gives me a lot more interesting places to do my alien monster battles. So that's also helpful. Although I haven't really taken advantage of that. It's still mostly, if I've got another shortish monster fight to sort of skim through before getting onto other things. And I'm sitting here desperately trying to think of another place to set it in. Like, I've already done a parking lot. I've already done the fish market. Where else can I destroy an alien monster? And there's all of these patches of nature that they could possibly be turning up. I mean, the only thing we really need is that any person sort of be in that area for their soul to be stolen, for these aliens to turn into monsters. So long as, someone could be lost in the woods. But yeah, the invading alien force is, actually reasonably organized. They mark all of their targets in advance, and it would be awfully convenient if one of their targets was suddenly in the middle of the woods. And possibly not very useful for the alien invaders, because they wouldn't have any way to get there very easily. Most of their portals and such are based around the more heavily populated areas, because that makes sense. Makes sense for productivity. So yes, maybe not in the middle of the more nature-esque districts. It's late winter already, and I've been rambling. I do actually have in this town, city, there's a big area of salt flats, and salt is a big export here. So I do have plans in the future of the story for the salt flats and battle scenes, but I'm probably going to have to save that. We out of peaches? We're out of peaches. Oh dear, a child named Leanders was born. Was that in this house? Yes. Adric, Henret, and Leanders. I think Leander, that is a name, I think. And a lot of these names seem close to some English names. Well, European names anyway. They all seem to be, if not English-based, at least from the realms of European. Still late winter. 32 members of the congregation. That's very nice. Ah, dearie me. Heading into spring in a minute. I think we have a large enough workforce that we can divide among the farms and building a trading post. I might just wait till we hit early spring and I'll get the farms going. And then we shall pop in the trading post down where I've intended to build it and distribute the labor as appropriate. Who are you? You're short. I hope you're more than 0 years old. 9. Okay. You'll become a student soon, so, enjoy the rest of your freedom while you've got it. Ooh, I've been writing a story myself, though I doubt I'll ever publish. More fantasy and steam magic punk. Ooh, lovely. I've got maps made and everything. Used this setting to set up a Discord server for roleplay a while ago. That is awesome. That sounds amazing. Fantasy and steam magic punk. That sounds really cool. Oh dear, maps. The most I've done for maps for this world is mapping out the sports field for the invented sport that I've got. I've got a basic idea where the main districts are, but this city is just so enormous. I know, lots of fantasy writers have, it's time for cabbages, maps of their entire countries and all the countries around them, but they're not in any huge detail. But, there we go. But, I think the districts within this city would have to be in a bit more detail. And if I named, a handful of them, I'd have to divide all of them up and name as many as I can and work outwards and figure out how everything works. I know it's a peninsula, but, yes, I'm not sure. Not sure I would succeed if I ever actually attempted the map. There's hundreds of districts, so that would take a while. Oh, I use Asgar's mapmaker for worlds and countries. It's free and pretty nifty. Asgar's, okay. I shall just write that down and see if I can remember to have a look. Thank you very much for that. Asgar's. Oh, dearie me. Okay. Yes, it would be nice if I could get a map of the city done. I suppose it doesn't have to be in any huge detail. I've just got to maybe just the shape of the peninsula and mark the major features and just sort of indicate roughly where the main districts are, because it would be pretty hard to see or at least have a proper outline of a lot of the districts, because they'd be really quite small. Particularly the inner districts. I think a lot of the inner districts are really quite small. Outer districts, sprawling urban suburbia, a lot of the outer districts. But, yeah, I suppose it'd be like trying to squish a map of Tokyo, but only Tokyo is maybe 5 to 10 times the size in the front of a book or something. Oh dear, I make things difficult for myself sometimes. But I like working in cities. I think, oh sorry, stretching and yawning, stretching and yawning, yawning and stretching. I think a lot of my stories take place in pretty much just in the one city. And in my main magical project, it's a really big city and there's lots of diversity in it, so that's, you know, a bit more to work with. But in my more dystopian story, it's really not very big. It's I think the idea is in that one is that they are slowly sort of demolishing the, in inverted commas, ancient city that stood there and recycling all of what they're demolishing to build along the lines of their oppressive overlords, which is very, very, you know, brutalist isn't really the word I want to use because I like brutalism architecture, but you know, very uniform and not trying to be pretty. It's just all, what's it, utilitarian, is that the word? I'm probably mixing things up, but yeah, lots of very blocky stuff. And you know, the middle where the overlords exist is prettier. Excuse me, not that they really appreciate it very much, but I did. They've got a nice area. Intimidating. Roderick has become a student, and Marcel has become a student. Well done. I have 4 students. I think a school can take up to 20, so when a population starts getting bigger and bigger, we're gonna need another school eventually. But like I said, I've never actually played the game really, really far into the future because I just like the beginning so much. I like starting things. Oh no, someone's cold. Guys, at least it's spring, not going into winter. If it was going into winter, I'd panic. Woodcutter. Who was greedy? Who was greedy with the firewood? 43, that's not too bad. If anyone's got more than 100 firewood, I'm not going to be impressed. 24. 13. I'm sure we had a fair inventory. 16. Who did it? 26. Who did it? 13. Who took all the firewood? 17. Is it just no one and it just slowly dwindled beyond my notice? 57. That's a bit much, guys. That's pushing it. 1. Okay. Woodcutter. Woodcutter. Where are you? Briella, hello. Please chop wood. Please chop the wood. That would be helpful. Your cabbage yielding. Your peach yielding. You're not overflowing anymore. This is useful. You're close to overflowing, but... There we go. Ooh, we've got leathers. That means Taylor can go to work. Yay, Taylor. Come on, woodcutter. These guys are cold. Jean and Kate Lynette and Erlington are cold. But at least it's spring. At least it's spring. Oh, cabbages are already starting to grow. That's nice. Ooh, my story is about a prince of a theocratic nation called, I'm sorry if I mispronounce it, Acecland, who, after his father died of suspicious causes, wakes up to the crashing of an angel to a long-dead religion going through his roof. That's so cool. I love it. I love it. Ooh, theocracies are fun to work with. Yes, in my not main magical girl / boy story, I've got 2 magical girl inspired stories sort of on the go. One is, you know, a lot more primary than the other one, but the other one, it's kind of a theocracy. It's a theocracy combined with other things, and you know, sort of half half of the people involved in the theocracy ruling class, or whoever we call it, is, you know, completely devout and terrifying in their devoutedness, but the other half sort of know it's all, you know, fake, and are just, you know, there for the power, and, you know, feeding the other ones with more and more of it to keep them on side and keep them preoccupied while they, you know, take advantage of other things. The angel coming through the roof, I love it. Is it, you know, through the bedroom roof or something while they're trying to sleep, or, you know, over the dinner table while they're eating or something? A very inopportune moment. Oh, wakes up. It does say wakes up. Sorry, I missed that. Sorry, your description pleases me so much. Oh dear, what other interesting forms of government are there to use with fantasy? I know monarchy is overused. I do have monarchy in my high fantasy, but a lot of the story is about dismantling the monarchy. And in my vaguely, it's not hugely steampunky, it's just sort of set, you know, around the time with steam power and stuff. But yeah, so my very mildly steampunky one. It's what's the term? Well, military government. It's a military government, and it's actually, you know, not entirely corrupt. It's a bit corrupt because, you know, all forms of government are corrupt, but, you know, not entirely corrupt. But yeah, I've had fun thinking about the military government for that one. I think it was, you know, heavily inspired by that classic anime which I adore, whose name is just running away from me. Full Metal Alchemist. Yes, I think that was probably originally a monarchy, but then after watching Full Metal Alchemist, just monarchy is boring. Let's try this. Oh, it wasn't exactly the best timing. I said clothes with the same colours as the rival nation to the south, the Technocratic Republic of Venetia. Wow, this is well thought out. This is really cool. So you're really into the world building, and you do a lot of that. I've met a number of world builders who are really intense world builders, and they're so good at it, and they build these massive, incredible worlds, but some of them have slightly more trouble with the story. Also, Full Metal Alchemist was great. It was. I've still only seen the Full Metal Alchemist anime. I have not seen Brotherhood yet. I keep meaning to, but I have not seen Brotherhood yet, so I don't know how it really ends. I've just got the first anime ending. What is it? The forced ending. I think that's what it's called. Ah, dearie me. No, thank you so much for sharing about your stories. It is so lovely to talk about people's stories. I like to do that because I worry sometimes, I mean, not just streaming, but in real life, I tend to unload my stories on some poor unsuspecting people who don't really know what to do with it. So if it's reciprocal, that works quite well. So thank you for reciprocating stories with me. Brotherhood is probably the only time I've seen a remake of a series do justice to the original. I have heard that it is supremely good. So I am looking forward to it. And I love Ed and Al. I'm a huge fan of sibling protagonists. I just adore siblings. Same, I tend to dump way too much of my stories on people. Yes, I don't do it as much as I used to. I guess I've gotten a bit more self-conscious about it, maybe. I mean, you'd hope as you get older and you write more, you'd get less self-conscious about it, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm not particularly, you know, in inverted commas, succeeding in life very well at the moment. I just feel like, you know, going on about my stories, people might just saying, oh, so you could be using all that time to actually do something useful. I can share more of my story if you'd like. If you'd love to share, I would love to read it. I would love to see more about it. You do have me very intrigued. Oh dear. So It's the magic punk world. We've got an angel coming through the roof. We've got a theocratic nation. I'm just going to say again how much I love theocratic nations. Not in real life, just in fiction. Just in fiction. Oh dear. We have a lot of stone. I'm just going to go down and I'm going to plop our trading post down here and see if we can assign some builders. See if we can get the trading post built. See if we can get the trading post built before I stop for the night. That will be nice. We need the shaky. No, that's trading post. This one's marketplace. That one's trading post. We've just about got all the resources already. It's only we're short a few units of iron. Dear, is this possible? Oh dear. Oh dear, no, no. This way? Is this right? I think so. Yes, yes, we have laid, well, foundations out there. We've laid the plans for our trading post. Okay, so let's just go up to the town while I'm having a look at your story. So the prince, his name is Athan, and he learns that long ago the Banished, who are extremely secular, used to worship a polytheistic religion, but for whatever reason stopped abruptly. To abruptly stop worship, that's interesting. There's got to be like a huge reason behind it, isn't there? The angel, to her knowledge, is the last of her warrior sisters after she was ordered to flee a battle that decided the fate of her people and the gods. Ooh, you're very good at the intriguing. Goodness me. Wow. How much of the story have you worked on as opposed to the world building? Have you written much yet? No, pressure or shame or anything negative at all about what the amount of writing you've done. I can't talk when it comes to amount of writing done. I've barely done anything on my main project since the beginning of January, and I've been working on that for well over 5 years now. And I have, probably, I've listed them before, but I always forget exactly how many. Upwards of 10 projects in the works, some of them for approaching 15 years now, and nothing is anywhere near finished yet. So I'm hoping, streaming and being a writing VTuber will help me get a move on with, releasing some stories. You said you weren't sure if you were ever going to publish it, didn't you? I'm probably going to wind up publishing web serial wise, at least to start with. It's a difficult step and choice, really, when, been spending so much of my life on these stories and, knowing they could go absolutely nowhere online, but still, it's a start. I have the issue where I keep writing and adding bits to the story. One could argue it's done, but no, I need more. I can relate to this in some ways. It's if I could stop going back and adding more to this one, it might be done already. But I suppose the main thing is I had a few novels that were, supposedly finished years and years and years ago, but, they've sat there for that long and I didn't do anything with them. But over these years they've been sitting there. I've just been thinking about them still on top of the other ones and getting more ideas and, starting to dislike stuff I did in it earlier and needing to make changes and sort of update to my my more solid form of writing. Because my writing back then, I'm not a huge fan of my style from back then, so needing to update. So all of those stories are now back to not finished and in my list of, projects in the works that, have not actually had any work done on them in years. Still thinking about them a lot. And, one of them in particular, it's going to take absolutely forever to fix because it was approaching 500,000 words. Did it need that many words? Most definitely not. So I'm wondering if I could even cut down a full 200,000. Probably couldn't cut down nearly that much, but yeah. It's probably not a great story, but it was very special to me when I was writing it. And still have thoughts that people may enjoy it if I could pull it together somehow. But my main magical project takes priority. It does. Same, I've got a pile of notebooks in my closet from when I was like 10 full of stories. I think one story is like a dozen notebooks. Goodness me, that's a lot. Yes, I've got a what is it? An IKEA cube full of notebooks. Some of them haven't started having writings in them yet, but most of them have. Most of them are unlabeled. I have to flick through to figure out what they were for. And I think my most embarrassing note-taking story is I guess I didn't have many notebooks with me at the time, so I was just using pages and an A4 lecture pad. And for some reason, it just didn't occur to me at the time, but for whatever reason, I thought it was a good idea to write in my, I've got ridiculously tiny writing, to write, in every direction across the page, changing. If the note was different, I wouldn't get a new page, I'd just go somewhere else on the page, maybe change pen, maybe change orientation of the note, and at the end somehow think I would have something legible, which, of course I don't. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure that was for one of those older ones that needs reworking now, but goodness me, I think for that story, I think I took a few more recent notes, which I will flick over if I ever get to working on it again, but in general, I think I know the story well enough that I may just have to ignore most of the notes I've taken and just go for it. Oh no, yes. Homie wrote in Minecraft and German table language. Something along those lines. Something akin to that. Oh, dearie me. These cabbages are looking good, aren't they? A fine cabbage crop this year. Oh, excuse me, just having a drink of water. Oh dear, I do have to get up early tomorrow again. That's the problem with small ones. That is, what's the term? Habit's not the right term. Habit's not right. It comes hand in hand with small ones, is getting up early. Although occasionally the small one does act like a teenager when I try to wake her up, and just very upset and wants her bed because it's nice and warm, which is very understandable, but we got stuff to do. Ah, dearie me. Oh goodness me, we lay the plans, and we didn't have any builders. Taylor can come off and go and build. But our cleric and our teacher. Let's just bring the gatherers and fishermen down. Oh, we didn't have to bring one of them down. Let's have 4 gatherers going. I doubt much got done down here while I was rambling, but yep, nothing. Well, now we've got builders on it, so look at all the alcohol we have. 200 barrels, very nice. Yeah, it's tempting to get the blacksmith going again to just keep our tools building up, because I imagine they're going to be what we trade when we eventually get livestock and seeds. That's what we're going to be trading. Have you played RimWorld? I have not, no. I have not. The number of games I have played is actually embarrassingly low, to tell you the truth. I am I frequently have issues with games. I don't mean to. I love the idea of playing games. I very much enjoy watching other people play them. But I have a lot of difficulty in just sitting down and opening a game. So streaming is helping with that. But yes, another issue. It's not so bad in the cozy games, but as soon as I make a mistake in a game, I get intense gut punch, and when that starts happening when I play other games, I'll probably start accidentally knocking the microphone so you'll be able to tell when it happens. But just, I have a bad reaction to making mistakes, which seems to pass over from real world into gaming. And, they're not pleasant gut punches. And I know it's something I should work at to try to get past. I mean, it'd be useful in real life if I didn't react like that as well. But no, I will start playing more games soon, probably. I have already played Unpacking. Unpacking was the first game I played. And now doing Banished, because Banished is one of my favourite games. It's just nice and relaxing. Just watch our little people go about their little banished lives and, not do what I tell them to do. But I've been trying to think of more games to play. Oh, woodcutter's reached capacity. Well, stored firewood's reached capacity. In any case, yes, I think I've said a couple of times I'm thinking about playing Spiritfarer. And I like the idea of, giving something like Undertale a go, although I'm a little concerned about upsetting its very devout fan base. Yes, I think they would very much get frustrated with how badly I play their precious game. There are a few others on my maybe list. What's the name of that company? Supergiant. I'd like to play some Supergiant games. Hades might be a little beyond me, but I'd like to give Bastion a go in particular. One of my siblings has a bit of a history with Bastion, and I watched them play for a while years and years and years ago, and the music in that game is just incredible. I think the music in most Supergiant, it is Supergiant, isn't it? The music in most Supergiant games is just wonderful. The Undertale community scares me. Didn't help that I chose the worst ending on my first playthrough. Oh dear. Thought it would be like any other game. Well, I think I would intend to try to go through as pacifist, but I worry that I would be sort of, defeated by that very early on and accidentally kill someone, or, kill someone because I think I absolutely have to. And then that's just going to haunt me for the rest of the game as I try to go on being pacifist, but the game just keeps reminding me, you have killed. Oh, my very goodness me, I am tired. Oh, I'm so sorry and yawny, and sorry and yawny. How are we doing with the trading post? Have we gotten anything done, or are we just going to have to resign ourselves to... They've removed one tree. So that's something. And it's a long way to walk through the forest, so okay, I will try to be understanding. If you're tired, go get some rest. I'll stop very soon. I'll stop. I'll try to hold myself to stopping the game at midnight my time, which is in about 7 minutes. And then I'll probably ramble for a short while because I tend to do that because I'm not very good at ending streams yet. I'm bonk. I'm still a relatively new streamer, and I haven't quite gotten a handle on just ending things when things need to be ended. I did try to give myself a cue. I now sing the parting glass at the end of every stream as our sort of farewell, and that was supposed to help me, finish faster, but I still just wind up going on and on and on at the end. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get this trading post built before the end of the stream today because of this chapel. You guys took way too long to build it. And look, who's our cleric now? Jean is now the cleric. Hello, Jean. Did you get sick of building? A life of spirituality was calling you. Oh dear. I think I've mentioned before, I have a sort of a short story cycle, more just a story cycle because a few of them are and will be novel length, which is a sort of urban-ish fantasy, but there's lots of temples, and the temples are really cool because they offer, an education to anyone who will become an acolyte, which is sort of, vaguely servant to the priests there, but, and, serve the town and the temple. But they also get free education, free accommodation, free everything. And, lovely, quiet life. I suppose it depends on the temple you join. But I've thought so many times that if I could pick any world of mine, any occupation, it would be an acolyte in one of the temples in this story. I mean, the world's not brilliant, honestly. If after the world can be sorted out a little bit and, marginally less corrupt, being an acolyte in one of those temples would be lovely. Oh, I was thinking about streaming. I've made a few vids, but I am extremely self-conscious. I think I'm boring, to be honest. But my sister and her friends who stream think I'm fine. Unhinged, but fine. Unhinged is always appreciated. If you're described as unhinged, I doubt very much that you're boring. But I do understand the self-consciousness. I think I do better streaming than I do in real life. I'm not very good with people, to be honest. But I have always been reasonably comfortable on stage, performing, which streaming, I suppose, is. It's performing. It's just a more personal, friendly sort of companionship performing as opposed to Shakespearean theatre. But yeah, I'm a lot more comfortable streaming than I would be, trying to start a conversation with people who I should be friendly with in real life. So yes, if you're interested, I would recommend giving it a go. Don't, if you're truly not comfortable doing it, definitely don't force yourself to it, but maybe even just try doing a few, what are they called? Unlisted ones, and just send the link to a few very close friends and see how you go. You can always make them public later if you find you're comfortable and you'd like to share them. But if you think you'd enjoy it, I do think it's worth checking out. Maybe it's I find myself in different minds when I am streaming as opposed to when I'm not, because I haven't been very well for the past, it's more than a month now. So when I think about streaming when I'm not streaming, it starts to get, a few negative connotations just because I feel ill at the time. And so I'm getting ill associated with thinking about streaming. But when I'm actually streaming, like right now, it's fun. I like doing it. I suppose it's just, a lot of the preparation that could come with it too, if you're trying to semi, hopefully in the future, make something, half resembling a career out of it. I don't really want to be a streamer as such. I want to be a writer. But combining the two, at least, I do need to get better at this and spend time on this, and it will be a part of who I am as a creative, probably at least for a few years. I've been thinking more and more, if I can release my main magical project as Blue Moony, as Moonfeather Blue, wondering if in the future will I still want to sort of permanently stay as Blue Moony, as Moonfeather Blue, or will I want to also have myself as an option for releasing books? And I think I would. And, I know a lot of people who like VTubers aren't really into that idea, but, things change. People should do what's best for them. And, if I did start releasing more under my own name, that is not Blue Moony, yeah, possibly I'd be streaming less. I don't think I'd stop unless anything particularly unpleasant happened, and yes, wouldn't happen a huge amount, but the option would still be there, and that's nice. Well, I've wanted to do the VTuber thing. I have an idea for an avatar, but ideas change constantly. I've learnt that I'm more of a streamer that works well with others than on my own. At least that's what I think. Well, collabs can be fun, I imagine. I have not actually done any yet because, my being bad with people extends to social media, so I have difficulty sort of approaching or even, finding people to approach. I've talked to a few people, but honestly as well, I'm a little scared of doing collaborations. Maybe more in the future. I've got one sort of interesting collaboration lined up that's not live streaming together, but we'll see how that goes anyway. And they're a lovely person, so hopefully that will go well. Oh dear, it is difficult when you have so many ideas for an avatar and everything changes. I suppose, you know, if you can come up with something a bit more solid, if you wanted to go with VTubing and just try to get it done, and then, you know, we just use it for a while. Oh goodness me, because they are expensive. I suppose PNG tubers, PNG models aren't quite as expensive, so that's definitely a route that can be taken as well. Goodness me, we've hit midnight. I should probably hold myself to that. And I shall save New Isengard. Save. Yep, overwrite please. There we go. Let's exit there. Whoa. Exit took me right out of there. Was not expecting that. Was not ready. Where is my chat screen? And let's just hope I'm arranged in a halfway decent manner and don't have my legs cut off floating in the middle of nowhere. I do not. Here we are. Yes, go to bed before you do the I'm tired thing I do when I forget I'm tired. Yeah. And proceed to build a fleet. Oh dear. Maybe not. But yes, chat screen is fine. I will not turn up the music because I need to sing the goodbye song. Where are my lyrics? Here we are. Ah, no, the parting glass. Lyrics. I want the lyrics, not a video. Thank you. I probably know. I just sing the first two verses, so I probably know them by now just from muscle memory, but I still prefer to have the lyrics there just in case. Oh, dearie me. So I shall do my very best not to ramble. I'll just, brief on what's coming up this week, I guess. So Thursday, I shall be continuing reading The War of the Worlds. We're into part 2 now. We've had 4 streams, I think, of War of the Worlds so far, and I'm hoping it won't take too many more, but we will be spacing them out. Yes, I have discovered reading entire novels on stream probably not the best plan, so trying to think of more ways to get reading in there, given I am a library. And Saturday is going to be our first brainstorming stream together. And the topic, what's the topic? Oh yes, imagine you are telekinetic, but only for matter in the gas state. And so we're going to play with that idea and think of, applications for this telekinesis, stories that could happen, potential issues with it. So we'll think of as many things related to that as possible. And then I will give all of you 4 weeks, and if you would like to pull together a short piece of writing or anything at all in a few weeks, I will read your lovely things aloud on stream. Yes, we will have a hashtag so I can find all of your stuff. And yes, that will be up in the description for Saturday's stream. This is the first time we're attempting this, so hopefully it will go well. And, if no one winds up writing anything, that's fine too. I will hopefully know before the, hopeful reading stream. And I will think of something else to do if that's the case. But I had a few people promise last stream that they will write something, but I don't like holding people to things like that. Stuff pops up in life. No, it's not like I'm doing a huge amount of writing myself these days. I want to, but yes, difficulties. Okay, so that's the 2 other streams this week. And yes, mind drifting off. So thank you. Thank you so much for playing Banished with me tonight. It was most enjoyable. And thank you so much, Yoshi, for sharing your story. That was wonderful. You have me very, very intrigued. So I'm hoping once it is written, I will find a way to read it. Only if you want to share it. If you decide you don't want to post it, that's entirely your decision. And I think I said last week, I have much admiration for people who can write only for themselves, and that is enough for them. I would love that in some cases, but I'm just so antsy. I need feedback. I need to share. I need so much for people to enjoy my stories. That sounds a little selfish, doesn't it? But thank you too. Perhaps when I'm on my deathbed, I'll release it. Oh dear. Well, again, entirely your decision. Entirely your decision. Okay, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And wherever you are in the world, good night to you, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. And I hope the rest of your day is absolutely lovely, because that is what you deserve. And we're going to sing the parting glass now. And my background music isn't on, which is good because I have a bad habit of singing over the background music, which does not really work very well. Okay. Oh, for the money that e'er I had, I have spent it in good company. Oh, and all the harm I've ever done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit. Oh dear, voice is going there. Excuse me. Apologies. To memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night, and joy be to you all. Well, that's what I get for talking for 2 hours straight before singing. The voice is going to start falling apart. Oh well. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. And until next time. Until next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye sounded great. Thank you. Thank you. Shall maybe see you later, and I hope the rest of your day is lovely. Bye.